Hello aspirants, welcome back to another part of the series where we are discussing about the most probable questions for UPSC 2025. Okay, today we will be discussing on the topic of time and work. We will go with our first question. A and B can do a piece of work in 18 days. B and C can do a piece of work in 84 days. A and C can do a piece of work, can do it in 36 days. So in how many days will A, B and C finish it working together? Okay, so first of all, they have said A, B's in the 18 days, so we'll try to write all the datas. Whenever we are trying to solve questions on work and time, we try to find out their 1 day's work. If this is in hours, then we'll try to find out their 1 hour work. If it is days, we'll try to find out 1 day work. If it's minutes, 1 minute, and so forth. Okay, so here we have given you A, B can complete their work in 18 days. So we'll try to find out A, B's 1 day work. So for that, we take it as 1 as the total work. That means unit work. That means it will be 1 by 18. Okay, so it'll be A's, B's 1 day work. We have next is B and C's in 24 days. So same as that, we will try to find out B, C's, A and C. Okay, so A plus C's 1 day work, which is equal to, since it's 36 days, that means I will write 1 by 36. We're writing the 1 as the whole work. We don't know if we can write hundreds, we can write 200, whatever we want, or we can take the LCM of this tree and try to take it any number instead of 1. But because it's easier to calculate with 1, that's why we are doing that. Okay, so this is A, B's 1 day work. Now they're asking us, in how many days will A, B, and C together finish the work together, right? So that means if they're asking me to do it together, it means obviously I know that it should be A plus B plus C. This is what they're asking me, right? Obviously, I need to first find out their 1 day's work. Okay, this is what I need to find out. Now, this is not A, B, and C alone. If this was A, B, and C, then I can just write that values and just add up and get my answer. But you can see there's A and B, this is B and C, and A and C. That means A is happening twice. If I try to add up all this, you'll get A twice, B twice, C twice. Okay, so if I try to add all this, that means when I'm doing it, I need to write a 2 here. Okay, because A also I'm getting here twice, B also twice, C as well as twice. Okay, so I have to keep that in mind. So when I try to find out the 1 day work, I have to mention this 2 here. Okay, after that, if I try to do 1 by 18 plus 1 by 24 plus 1 by 36. Now, this is not A, B, and C's 1 day work. This is AB, this is B, C, and this is C. That's why we're writing a 2 here, so that A is happening twice, B is happening twice, C is happening twice. Okay, so if I try to get the LCM of this, I'm getting here 72. Okay, and this is 4 times, and this is 3 times, and this is 2 times. So this we're getting here as 9 by 72, which is 1. This is 8 times. Okay, so 1 by 8. So that means this one, okay, this is 2 of A plus B plus C's 1 day work, which is equal to 1 by 8, right? But they're asking me to find out A, B, C's work together. So that's why I'll shift this one 2 here. So this becomes 1 by 16. Okay, that means A, B, C, if I try to write this, that means I'll just write A, B, C is 1 by 16 in 1 day. So now that means I just have to do the reverse of this, which means that A plus B plus C can finish the work. This is 1 by 6. So if I reverse it, it becomes 16 days. Okay, so this is how we solve the questions on work and time. Let us try to solve another question. Another one, we have this statement-based questions. Although we will be trying to solve the same way, but we have been given options A, B, C, D. So accordingly, we'll try to solve whatever is mentioned in the question and take your statements and try to solve it. So here, this is your question. A B alone can complete their work in 12 days, right? So how many days will A, B, C together take to complete the work? The same as that, since they're asking me about A, B, C, I need to know what is A's 1 day work, B's 1 day work, C's 1 day work, and so forth. That's how we will go. So from the first part, they've already mentioned about B's 1 day work. So this data I will use for all the statement 1 and 2 as well. Okay, accordingly, if I can solve it with just 1, that's fine. If I can solve it with 2, that's fine. So accordingly, we will have to give the options. So now, B's alone can complete the work in 12 days. So that means B's 1 day work is already mentioned. Okay, B's 1 day work is already given to us from the question. So this one I will be using in all the options whether I use 2 or 3. So let us try to go with statement 1 first. Yeah, A, B together can complete the work in 3 days. Okay, so in statement 1, they say that A, B can finish the work together in 3 days. So if I try to find out A, B's 1 day work, it is given as 1 by 3. Okay, so this is A, B's 1 day work given. They have asked me to find out A, B, C. That means I need A plus B plus C. Okay, so my B is given to me already. I need to find out A and C as well because there is no data given for A and C. This is A plus B, and this data is from the quotient. So I can use this data to find out A's one-day work. Okay, so if I do here A's one-day work, it will be, this is A and B's one-day work, which is 1 by 3. And from there, B's one-day work is 1 by 12. So if I just subtract this one, I will get A's one-day work. Okay, so this is 3 by 12. So I'm getting it. So you're getting 1 by 4. So that means A takes 4 days to complete the work, which is 1 by 4. Now, with just statement 1 alone, I have A's one-day work, I have B's one-day work, but I don't have C's one-day work from statement 1. That means I cannot solve this without statement 1 alone. Okay, so I will need the other. I will check. So that means the first option already, if statement 1 alone is sufficient. This option already cuts out. Sorry, not this one, but this one. Statement 1 alone is sufficient to answer the question. This is wrong because obviously I've done statement 1 and then I can only find out A's one-day work and I only have B's one-day work, but I need the C as well to get my answer. So that means this statement 1 alone doesn't help me answer the question. Same as that, if I check for this one, statement 2, B's one-day work I will use. From here, B and C is given. So same as how I did for this statement 1, in statement 2 also, they have given you B and C's one-day work. So if I want to find out C's one-day work, it will be obviously B and C together will be 1 by 6 minus B's one-day work. Okay, because this is given in the question, I can use this data. So when I subtract this one, okay, just 12 here, right? Then this is 6 2 times, this is 1 by 12. That means I can C's value for one-day work. So now see, even here, if I try to just check statement 2 alone, I will be I cannot solve the answer because in statement 2 alone, I have only C's data and only B's data. That means A's data is missing. So that means with statement 2 alone also, I'm not able to solve the answer. So this also will go strike out. That means now from the question, I have B's data. From statement 1, I have A's data. And from statements 2, I have C's data. So now if I try to add up this 1 by 12, this plus this, that means it will be A plus B plus C, which is A's value we got as 1 by 4, this plus 1 by 12 for B's, and then for C's, so this is 1 by 12. So if I try like this, I will be able to find out A, B, and C's on the work. Now, in statement-based type questions, it's not necessary that you have to find out the answer and calculate it. Once I know that I got the value of A, B, and C, I know that when I add these three datas, I will get the data of A, B, C together. Okay, so that's why it's not necessary that you have to solve the whole portion. If you're not confident, then you can please go ahead, try and check it. But once I go to that point, and I know that I can find out ABC's data now using both statement 1 and 2, I can say that I can solve the answer. So that means in this option, if you see here, either statement 1 or 2 alone is sufficient to answer the question, which is not true as well. If the data, both statements 1 and 2 together are necessary to answer the question. That means when I try to solve this one, I'm using statement 1 as well as statement 2. That means option D is your correct answer. Let's try one more. This one is on with pipes, okay, which is the same thing. If you look at this, how long will it take to empty the tank if both inlet pipes and outlet pipe B are open simultaneously? So this type of questions, although this is on pipes, it is the same as time and work. Okay, instead of using A, B now or C now, they're using pipe A, pipe B. So it's the same thing, part of question. So you have to get confused here. Now, here, same thing like we have done before. How long will it take to empty the tank if both inlet pipe and outlet pipe are open simultaneously? When they say inlet pipe, it means the one which fills the tank, right? Outlet, obviously, which will take the water out. So both the pipes are being opened together. So now, if you look at this data, in statement 1, they have only given you the time A can fill the tank in 16 minutes. So that means this is 16 minutes. Okay, that means that we will not be using 1 day or something like that. It will be minutes. So I will use A's 1 minute work. Okay, so A's filling part in 1 minute. So I'll just write A's 1 minute. Means part filled by A in 1 minute. Exactly, that's what it means. So A's 1 minute will be 1 by 16. This is the part he can fill in 1 minute. The outlet pipe can empty. B can empty the tank. See, if I just check this from statement 1, I don't have any data. Okay, I only have A's 1 minute work, right? How much it will fill. So this alone doesn't help you solve the answer clearly. Again, in B statement 2 also, I only have B can empty the full tank. So that means B's 1 minute part emptied in 1 minute. Okay, it will be just 1 by 8. So if you look at this, from statement 1, I have only A's minute, and from statement B, I will have B. Now, what they're asking you is if I take it together. That's what they're asking. So obviously, separately with statement 1, I cannot solve it. Separately with statement 2, I cannot solve it, right? So, but the question is, how long will it take if both are open? When they say both, that means I need to check when I open it together, how will I now? Here's the twist. When I say both, this is the pipe. Okay, this inlet pipe is the one which is filling the pipe. Okay, and this is the one which is emptying the pipe. Okay, so it will not be A plus B. Okay, because this is emptying it, this is putting water. So obviously it should be A minus B. That's the one. Okay, so if I do A minus B is 1 minute, part fill in 1 minute. Okay, in 1 minute, which should be obviously A is filling it, B is emptying it. So I'll take 1 by 16 minus 1 by 8. If you get negative, obviously it means that you're emptying it. Or if you do it 1 by 18, 1 by 8 by 1 by 6. So since A is filling the pipe and B is emptying the pipe, it should be negative. Okay, we will not be adding A plus B. Okay, but it should be minus. All right. So for that, it should be A and B is one hour work to emptying it. When we do it, A and you can write here minus already, or you can just understand that when I put here plus for understanding, okay, that means they're opening it together. That's what I'm writing here plus. Okay, so it is 1 minute work. If I do it like this, when I do it, obviously, but although this plus is means I'm opening it together. But when you open it together, B is the one which is emptying it, and A is the one which is filling it. So it should be subtraction and not addition. So this is 1 by 8 minus 1 by 16. If I try to LCM of that, it is 16. If I try this one, it will be 2 times 2 minus 1. So I'm getting 1, right? So that means A and B together to empty, okay, the tank in 16 minutes. Okay, so that means with this, if I know what's 1 hour work, I know that this is 1 by 16 means this 16 minutes. That means A and B together can empty the tank in 16 minutes. Now, if I do the reverse, okay, if I write here 1 by 16 minus 1 by 8, you will get the answer as negative, which is still correct. Negative means we are supposed to empty it. That's why we're getting the answer as negative. If we are going the reverse also, it is correct. Okay, so if you get negative, don't get confused. That is still correct answer. Negative just indicates that we're emptying the tank, okay, not filling it, right? Okay. Thank you for joining us. This will be all for today's session. I'll see you guys in the next video.